Hey everybody, Briquette here showing how to get all 52 criminal characters or robber disguises in LEGO City Undercover. First, I'll show you all the criminal disguises or characters in the order on the grid.
That's gonna need repairing.
Then I'll show how to get each character token. The timestamps are all in the description of this video. Column 1 has 2 Chase McCains, one for each player. The third character in the first column is Oscar Steele. Criminal number 4 is Clown Robber Lou. Criminal number 5 is Clown Robber Max. Criminal number 6 is Clown Robber Wes. Criminal number 7 is Forrest Blackwell Casual. Criminal number 8 is Forrest Blackwell Suit. Criminal number 9, column 3, row 1, is Forrest Blackwell Tuxedo. Criminal number 10 is Tim Welch. Criminal number 11 is Sentinel Channard. Criminal number 12, column 3, row 4, is Sentinel Decker. Criminal number 13, column 4, row 1, is James Curry. Criminal number 14 is Rex Fury. Criminal number 15 is Rex Fury Bare Chest. Criminal number 16 is Jimmy Grossman. Criminal number 17, column 5, row 1, is Eddie Jojo. Criminal number 18 is Spiky Don. Criminal number 19 is Vetus Tinkleman. Criminal number 20 is Maximilian Jarvik. Criminal number 21, column 6, row 1, is Vinnie Pappalardo. Criminal number 22 is Vinnie Tracksuit. Criminal number 23, column 6, row 3, is Vinnie Clown. Criminal number 24 is Mo DeLuca. Criminal number 25, column 7, row 1, is Salvatore Calzone. Criminal number 26 is Carlo Jerome. Criminal number 27 is Carlo Cone. Criminal number 28 is Lucky Pete. Criminal number 29, column 8, row 1, is Polly Blindfolds. Criminal number 30 is Tony One Time. Criminal number 31 is Mikey Spoilers. Criminal number 32 is Chan Chuang. Criminal number 33, column 9, row 1, is Feng or Fung. Criminal number 34 is Lee. Criminal number 35, column 9, row 3, is Fu. Criminal number 36 is Old Qiang. Criminal number 37, column 10, row 1, is Bucky Butler. Criminal number 38 is Shui Shui. Criminal number 39 is Chow Hui, or Chow Wei. Criminal number 40 is Hai Chen. Criminal number 41, column 11, row 1, is Warden Stonewall. Criminal number 42 is Blue Whitaker. Criminal number 43 is Snake Squealer. Criminal number 44 is Prisoner. Criminal number 45, column 12, row 1, is Grubby Grubster. Criminal number 46 is Beefy Baker. Criminal number 47 is Dougie Dungarees. Criminal number 48 is Vern. Criminal number 49, column 13, row 1, is Hot Tub McCready. Criminal number 50 is Hot Tub Harry. Criminal number 51 is Gangster. And the last criminal, number 52, is Bandit. He's in column 13, row 4. And then there's a space to create a custom criminal or robber character or disguise. You can hold the top button to switch disguises or hit either bumper button for fast switching. The timestamps of all the characters or disguises in this video are listed in the description in the order of this video. A few of them are grouped together in this video because they're in the same special assignment or they're just close together. I tried to show their locations in the order of the grid, but it was much more logical to get several of them in a different order, so sorry for the confusion. You can also find them this way. Double-click here to close it. We get the first two criminal disguises, a Chase McCain for each player, during the story in Special Assignment 2, Trouble and Stir, in this cell. You can get the prisoner, number 44, in the second part of this level during the story. You can get Blue Whitaker, number 42, in free play. That's where the free run will be for Oscar Steele or Bud Hawkins on the Wii U after we unlock it. I have a hard time with this sometimes. Well, that time it worked. But not that. I hear a kitty. There it is. Her wall running cracks me up. I'll speed this up a little because I'll be doing it again in real time when I do the free run. There are a lot of other things to do on this roof before jumping off to do the free run, like the drill thrill. And you can conquer the district. You can build the helipad, but if you're short on bricks and you want to get the character tokens right now, you might want to wait on that. And you can take the catapult over to the tower to arrest a gang. And there's an alien to capture over on the right. I'm trying to see where the free run is so I can jump down to it, but the game won't let me move the camera to see. I can sort of see it though. There's the free run for Oscar Steele or Bud Hawkins on the Wii U. Of course you don't have to get there this way. Wow, I bet I couldn't do that again. That close. You can also get up here the way I went to unlock it. Make sure you collect all 7 clock tokens or it won't let you finish to get Oscar Steele or the gold brick. There's the first of 7 clock tokens. There's the second. The third. The fourth. The fifth, sixth, and the seventh. Step into the circle. Oscar Steele is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. You get Bud Hawkins, astronaut, on the Wii U. For criminal number 4, Clown Robber Lou, we start across the street from the police station. Of course, if you have the jetpack, you can just jet up there. But if not, By the way, there's a small super brick behind that door, but if you wait to collect super bricks until after you finish the story, you'll get double the value for all super bricks that you get after that. You can jetpack up here if you have it. There's a pig up there, but you can get Clown Robber Lou first, behind that big round thing. Clown Robber Lou is in the criminals category and costs 10,000 studs. Now we're in Auburn by the docks for criminal number 5. The token for Clown Robber Max is inside that cage. Clown Robber Max is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. We can get Clown Robber Wes at the Lego City Airport past the bridge. There's the airport train station to the right and the Rex Fury silver statue to the left. Clown Robber Wes is criminal number 6. On the grid, he's the second one over and the second one down. For Clown Robber Wes, we need to color 4 flower pots with 3 different colors, like these here. These are already colored the correct way. We need to color the flowers over to the left the same way. From the left, red, yellow, pink, and red again.
It starts soon, doesn't it? Oh no!
Here's where the Super Color Gun Red Brick really comes in handy. If you don't have it, you can get the colors from the color swappers behind the terminal, but you'll have to keep going back and forth. I highly recommend the Super Color Gun Red Brick, especially for 3 character tokens in this district. It gives you all the colors you need in your color gun at all times, so no need to find a color swapper. You can get it in Uptown over the toy store, but you'll need to get green paint first, which you can get at the art museum. You can see how to get the Super Color Gun Red Brick in my 5 most useful collectibles video. Clown Robber Wes is a criminal, of course, and costs 10,000 studs. You can get Tim Welch by Blackwell's Mansion after you get the jetpack in Chapter 13. The easiest way is to get it before you go into Special Assignment 14. If you already finished Special Assignment 14, you can go back into it for a few seconds and exit out right away. In story mode, you'll be right around here after you arrest the enemies. Before going into the mission, you go to the right to get the token. You can also get Tim Welch in story mode after Special Assignment 14 ends. The game will dump you out here and take you down the stairs. After the gate at the bottom of the stairs opens, you can go back up the stairs and get Tim on the left over the fence. Tim Welch is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs. We can get criminals number 7, Forrest Blackwell Casual, and number 12, Sentinel Decker, in Fresco in Blackwell's Mansion Investigation.
Think you can open it?
In Special Assignment 14, Breaking and Re-entering,
There you go.
Well, I could have done that.
we'll need Rex Fury for Forrest Blackwell Casual. To get it to move on a little quicker, just move the left stick.
I hope all the security means Natalia's nearby.
If you already know how to get to the 4th level of that building to the right, you can skip forward. But some of this is fun to watch. The time code to skip to criminal number 7 is in the description of this video, or you can just fast forward.
A silver statue and a giant letter B. Subtle and classy.
I won't know where that'll be until I'm done editing.
Whoa, it's like he paid Frank to do his wiring.
We need to get a key out of the safe in there. Please see the description below this video for the times of the character tokens if you want to skip right to them. Hit the right button and drive the car with the left stick. They give you a certain amount of time before the car blows up. The timer is over the car. They actually give you plenty of time, but I wouldn't go off and eat lunch or anything like that. Now we can get up those stairs without getting electrocuted. If you have the Super Color Gun red brick, you don't have to do this next step. You can go right over to that green light on the wall as a robber and shoot it to make it red. The fighting in this game cracks me up. You only have to do all this if you don't have the Super Color Gun red brick. Sometimes it's easier not to use the farmer or the jetpack because they want to glide instead of jump. Forrest Blackwell Casual is a criminal and costs 250,000 studs. Right after that, we can get Sentinel Decker over here to the left with this zip line. And now we can save and exit this level, unless you want to get some more collectibles while you're in here. Sentinel Decker is a criminal and costs only 20,000 studs. We can get criminals number 8, Forrest Blackwell suit, and number 24, Mo DeLuca, another 2 criminals in the same special assignment, at the top of Fresco, in the water by Paradise Sands, in Blackwell's Mansion, Robbery, in Special Assignment 10, Smash and Grab.
I'll wait here and keep the engine running. Get up there, get the stuff, and get back down.
Okay.
You'll need Rex Fury for Forrest Blackwell's suit and the construction worker for Mo DeLuca. So to get them both in the same run-through, you'll need to play through the whole story and get Rex Fury at the end before coming back in here. Mo DeLuca and Forrest Blackwell's suit are nowhere near each other on the grid, but they're in the same mission.
It's weirdly quiet around here.
Maybe Blackwell security guys are on holiday.
Or maybe not.
We get to Mo DeLuca first, but he's number 24 on the grid. Here's where we get Mo DeLuca, so if you already have him, you can skip forward a little bit till after I buy Mo for Forrest Blackwell's suit, starting with that fire. Mo DeLuca is a criminal and costs 50,000 studs. We can continue on from here to get Forrest Blackwell's suit, criminal number 8, column 2, row 4 on the grid, but you'll need Rex Fury. So you can exit and save the level here if you don't have Rex and if you don't want to get any more collectibles right now. We can get across some of these gaps with the jetpack also. I need those studs. I think you can jetpack over this gap, but if you can't, do this. Hit the top button to parry this dude. We have to do all this to go up that elevator. If you go to the left at the top of this trellis and keep going left, you can get a red brick. Here's a red color swapper if you need it.
Okay, Chase. Don't take anything too valuable. Just find something shiny that Vinny will like. If
I was a secretive billionaire, where would I hide my vault? Oh, right.
Here's where we finally get the Forrest Blackwell suit character token. There are other collectibles to get in here before you leave, but if you don't want to, you can just save and exit. Forrest Blackwell's suit is a criminal and costs 250,000 studs. There's the disguise booth in Bright Lights Plaza. Now I'm going to get the James Curry character token. For these bouncy things, it's best not to use the jetpack or the farmer disguise. Hold the jump button to go up higher. James Curry is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. We can get Rex Fury at the end of Special Assignment 15 in story mode or free play, while he's free-falling. I'm moving out of the way so you can see the circle of studs around the token. Before you open a disguise booth, this is where you can buy disguises or characters after you unlock them. Rex Fury is a criminal and costs 1,000,000 studs. Rex Fury Bear Chest, criminal number 15, is in Bluebell National Park next to the tunnel over the train tracks. We need Rex Fury for this. Rex Fury Bear Chest is a criminal and costs 1,000,000 studs. Oh, he's got a six-pack. We can get criminal number 16 in Fresco in front of Papa Lardo's ice cream parlor in Special Assignment 11. They all scream for ice cream. Criminal number 16, column 4, row 4, is Jimmy Grossman. We'll need the construction worker disguise, which we get in Special Assignment 12, High Steel.
This fuse box should fix something.
That looks like Liberace banging away at the piano. Maybe he's Rudolph Pianola in this game.
Or not.
My piano? You've destroyed it. What will I play now?
Video games? I know an awesome one about a handsome undercover cop I can recommend.
Now you can save and return to Lego City if you're done in here. Jimmy Grossman is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs. We're in Bright Lights Plaza across the street from the Lego store. Now I'm going to get Eddie Jojo by painting 3 ice cream machines pink.
Sorry, police business.
We need a pink color swapper for 3 ice cream machines. Like right here. Here's another pink color swapper. The other one is up this street on the left by the theater. Here's the first ice cream machine to paint pink. We'll need some more dynamite to get into the building where the next ice cream machine is.
There's never a good only great ones.
I need to get back onto the case.
Hey! Whoa!
There's another ice cream machine in there. There's a water cooler here for Ryan McLaughlin. I'll come back to it a bit later.
Whoa! Another fine day. What's up?
Such a nice person.
Sunny skies again.
Eddie Jojo is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs. We can get Spiky Don, criminal number 18, column 5, row 2, in Bluebell National Park in Bluebell Mine. In Special Assignment 3, Minor Altercation.
You ever find out why those guys who broke in here took the equipment? No idea. Maybe they're starting their own.
We need the construction worker disguise, which we get in Special Assignment 12, High Steel. Spiky Don is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs. Now I'm going to get the Vetus Tinkleman character token on Blackwell Bridge.
Well, that wasn't my fault.
Sure it wasn't. Oh look, another time trial discovered.
Look where you're going!
It's on the south side of the bridge. I like to use the jetpack for things like this. If you look over the edge, you can see where I'm going to aim for. The jetpack helps keep me out of the drink. Spam that jump button. Vetus Tinkleman is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. Criminal number 20 is in Crescent Park on top of the Roundish Pavilion, or gazebo. We can get Maximilian Jarvik by using this teleporter with the astronaut. You'll need some dynamite to blast the silver statue at the top, which you can get at the vending machine by the coffee shop near the disguise booth. And here's the silver statue in Crescent Park. Maximilian Jarvik is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs.
Fire department are training us on people. Either that or they're incompetent.
We get Vinnie Pappalardo during story mode in Fresco at Pappalardo's Ice Cream Parlor. In the beginning part of Special Assignment 11, they all scream for ice cream.
Sheesh, Vinny.
I know Rex has turned on you, but there's no need to go to pieces.
We just need to put them back together.
Thanks! The leader locked himself in the ice cream factory.
Vinnie Pappalardo is a criminal and costs 100,000 studs. The Vinnie Clown character token is in the tower in Festival Square. We'll need the farmer for that. There's a gold color swapper around this corner for Vinnie Clown. The token is in this tower, but we have to get to the next tower over and back again. Oh goody, a chicken glide. Ooh, a large super brick. Here's where we need a gold color gun. I guess I'm too close. Vinnie Clown is a criminal and costs 100,000 studs. Here's where we get Mo DeLuca, criminal number 24, column 6, row 4. Please see criminal number 8 for the level up to this point. Mo DeLuca is a criminal and costs 50,000 studs. Now I'll head on over to the gazebo in Crescent Park to get the Carlo Cone character token. I highly recommend you get the Super Color Gun Red Brick for some of these character tokens, especially for the multicolor ones. We're going to need red and yellow color swappers for these balloons. Those color swappers can also be found by the coffee shop in Crescent Park. It's easier to paint these balloons from the outside of the gazebo. Ooh, got two at once. Cool.
I can't wait that long.
Carlo Cone is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs.
Ooh, dentist visits me a lollipop.
I'm in Fresco, close to the train station and the tower. There are 11 criminal character tokens in the open world of Fresco, not counting the 4 in special assignments 10 and 11. This ramp super build doesn't show up on the map until you discover it by walking onto it. Now it's there. And it costs 10,000 bricks. I put all the fresco character tokens together in the best order to get them instead of the grid order. I hope it's not too confusing. I think it would have been more difficult to get them in the grid order though. Mikey Spoilers is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs.
What's new?
We can get the next 3 character tokens on the top of these buildings. We can get to them starting here. Two of them are criminals number 25, Salvatore Calzone, and number 29, Polly Blindfolds. And before we jump down, we can get 1 ice cream scoop for number 26, Carlo Jerome. There's a blue color swapper through that door. Polly Blindfolds is up there. I'll show you how to get him without the jetpack in a minute. You can use this launch pad to spring back to Polly Blindfolds. But first, I want to get another character token through this door. The Salvatore Calzone character token is in here. We'll need a firefighter.
She's late again.
Salvatore Calzone is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs. Here's how we can get Polly Blindfolds without the jetpack. Polly Blindfolds is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs. You might be able to jump on that green plant or the table to get over the fence without the jetpack. I'm not jumping off the roof yet because we have one more thing to get up here for Carlo Jerome. One of the 3 balls we need to make into ice cream scoops for Carlo Jerome is up here. The Super Astro Crate red brick makes opening space crates a lot faster. I show how to get it in my 9 red bricks for speed video, which I'll link in the description of this video.
Hello there.
You'll need the construction worker disguise, which you get in chapter 12 of the story. Hit the top button to ride it. That's the first scoop of our bowl of ice cream. We'll need some dynamite for the next one, or the unlimited dynamite red brick. Here's a dynamite vending machine in case you need one. It's next to that pot to get up to the greenhouse. We need to blast this silver Rex Fury statue to get the next scoop.
Hey, what's up?
There's the second ice cream scoop. We need one more.
Police business.
I'm gonna get
This ball gets us a soccer player plus the last ice cream scoop for Carlo. The soccer player is a special 2 in the civilian category and costs 10,000 studs.
I love this place.
After we get the soccer player with the grappling hook, we jump on it with the top button and ride it over to the giant ice cream bowl. It sounds funny hearing Chase's voice coming out of her, but it is supposed to be a disguise. Carlo Jerome is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. If we color one of these scoops of ice cream brown for chocolate and the other one strawberry, we'll have a bowl of ice cream which gets us Vinny tracksuit. I'll show you where the color swappers are after I get Vinny.
I need a coffee.
I had to back up a bit to color them. Or I could have jetpacked up to the bowl. There's a pink color swapper around this corner for the strawberry ice cream scoop.
Hello.
And there's a chocolate one over here.
Hey!
Vinny tracksuit is a criminal and costs 100,000 studs. Right across from the ice cream bowl in front of Papalardo's is the disguise booth. I'll copy this almost to the end where it belongs. The gangster is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. Start over here to get Tony one time. Through that door to the right is the dynamite vending machine. Just in case I fall. There's the greenhouse I was talking about. Or you could go all the way around to get up here. The first time I was up here, the billboard got in my way, so I couldn't see if I was going to hit the launch pad or not. I'm more careful now. I probably could have jetpacked up here.
Should be spending my day off doing something fun.
Tony One Time is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs.
I could really go for a burger.
We can get up to Sentinel Channard and Forrest Blackwell Tuxedo from west of this Colin Point super build. Oh, I think that's the pizza truck. The Hanker. I marked the super build because it was the closest thing on the map that kept grabbing on. Sentinel Channard is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs. Forrest Blackwell Tuxedo is right around the corner from here. We need Rex Fury for him. Forrest Blackwell Tuxedo is a criminal and costs 250,000 studs. Wow. I already have the map marked for Lucky Pete. He starts next to that Colin Point Superbuilt. Huh, I didn't do it long enough. I need the jetpack for this. I think there's a super brick in that building down there. But this little building has Lucky Pete in it. Lucky Pete is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs.
I wonder what he meant.
Criminal number 32 is in Pagoda right about here. We need Rex Fury for this in the remastered version. It's different on the Nintendo Switch and the Wii U, which I'll show you right after this. To get Chan Chuang on the Nintendo Switch and Wii U, bust up the piles of bricks. Hold the right button to build a Bob-omb. I'm not sure how to pronounce that either. Bob-omb? Bob-omb? Grab it with the right button and go over to the cage. He has to walk so slow. Then throw it with the left button before the Bob-omb blows up. Chan Chuang is a criminal and costs 100,000 studs. There's a yellow color swapper back there for the Feng or Feng character token. I had to look up his name too. The Feng character token is right across this walkway. We need to color 3 of these lamps yellow, but not that one. Oops, it hit the wrong one.
What a nice day.
That's the second one.
Such a nice person.
Sunny skies again. Hey.
It's way back by the blue pipe.
Morning.
There's the disguise booth for reference. Fung is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs. We can get the Lee and Fu character tokens by building 2 super builds. Both arches are right here on the map. I'm at the northern one right now. The Arches of Tranquility cost 30,000 bricks each.
What a mess.
I'll get the Lee token at the top of this super build. I'm kind of nervous about falling. Lee is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs. We get the Fu character token from the other Arch of Tranquility. Definitely not enough bricks. But I got some and came back.
I can't wait to start my new job at the fire department next week.
I need to ease it here.
Whoa. And now they're gone from the map.
They wouldn't.
Fu is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs. To get Old Qiang, criminal number 36, complete all 13 vehicle robberies. So this time we're stealing the cars instead of arresting the robbers. And we get the rugged vehicle.
Whoa! Is there anything you can't do, Chase? Congratulations!
There's a link to my video on this in the description, or you can search for all 13 vehicle robberies completed, Briquette, to find it.
Maybe sandwich.
Old Qiang is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs.
Can't believe I only get a lousy half hour for lunch.
We can get the Bucky Butler character token in Uptown at the Natural History Museum. Here's the first of 2 statues we need to color gold to get the Bucky Butler character token. The other one is in the back of the museum. Nope, that doesn't go through. Bucky Butler is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. I'll show you where some color swappers are, gold in particular, for a gong. They're right across from the limo company for reference. That one is the gold one for the gong. If you scan them, they tell you what color they are. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between the gold one and the yellow one, for instance. Here's where that gong is that needs the gold color. We need to hit 3 gongs for the Shui Chua character token. Oh man. I hope I didn't butcher that name too much. I had to look up both of those names. This is the gong that we need to paint gold. I'm too close. Hit the right button.
This is too early for me.
And it releases the pig. The next gong is right here.
Who left that? Hi there!
This music cracks me up. That's the second gong. And here's where the third gong is. We need the miner to smash these rocks.
Yeah!
It's really close by. This is why I do these multiples in this order. So the last one is closest to the token. And right next to this, to the right, is criminal number 32, Chan Chuang. Shui Shue is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. We can get the Chow Wei character token right across the street from the disguise booth and Chan's scrapyard. I hope I pronounced that right. We'll need a red color swapper. There's one right up the street. There are 3 character tokens in Pagoda that need a different color. Of course, if you have the super color gun red brick, you don't need the color swapper. Here's a small super brick that we can get with the jetpack. There's a large super brick we can get up here, also with the jetpack. And we'll need the red color gun right here. We get the Chow Wei character token by painting 4 lanterns red. I'm targeting by holding the left button and aiming with the left stick. I love the building that's shaped like a takeout container, also called an oyster pail. Chow Wei is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. I got the Hai Chen character token, criminal number 40, before Chow Wei, criminal number 39, because this disguise booth was one of the first ones I built. We get Hai Chen by building the disguise booth in Pagoda, which is pretty close to the train station. I had to dig through some old footage to find this because I built this disguise booth very early in the game. It even looks old, like sepia tone. Here's the disguise booth in Pagoda. Hai Chen is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. There are 4 criminal character tokens on Albatross Island Prison, which we get to by taking the ferry in Cherry Tree Hills.
Albatross Prison, the very name of which makes me think of Albatross Prison.
We can get 2 criminals, number 46 Beefy Baker and number 41 Warden Stonewall, on Albatross Island by going off the left side of the pier and teleporting to the back prison yard. If you want to get all the character tokens on Albatross Island in a more logical order than the grid, I suggest watching my video, All 9 Albatross Island Prison Characters in LEGO City Undercover. A link to it is in the description of this video. Also, you can click on the card that pops up in the upper right corner. We need to get on top of that building right there for the next 2 characters. We can get up there with the jetpack to get Beefy Baker.
Nah.
Or over here with the farmer with the chicken glide. We need to use the farmer anyway to unlock the free run. You might be able to jetpack off that can though. Oops. You might as well pick up these blue studs before you start the free run when you're not being timed. These characters are also out of order from the grid, but you get Beefy Baker on the way to unlocking the free run for Warden Stonewall. The Beefy Baker character token is right up here. Beefy Baker is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. I'll keep going to unlock the free run and build the yellow color swapper.
What's going on?
I always have a hard time getting out of this building.
I am feeling good.
There's a large super brick up there.
No way.
Yes way. I'll get it during the free run. There's the first clock we need to pick up. There's the second clock. Here's a large super brick. Here's the third clock. Here's the fourth clock. And here's the fifth clock.
I gotta get the Papalardos before Vinny leaves to meet Rex.
Warden Stonewall is a criminal and costs 30,000 studs. Criminal number 42, Blue Whitaker, is in the 11th column, second row of the criminals grid. We can get Blue on Albatross Island in free play of Special Assignment 2, Trouble in Stir.
I should have stayed in school.
We can break into this other cell to get up to the higher levels.
You get in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta be quick. There are guards near me. Now, once you've got the equipment, you need to get into the warden's office.
What?
It's the only way to Rex's cell. Wait. Shh.
Yep, that's Blue. He's the one that talks to pastries.
Okay, now go. The door's at the right side of the third story, and you better hope the warden's not in there.
Let me out of here. I'm innocent. My lawyer will hear about this.
Come on, give a guy a second chance. I ain't a bad person, really. Come on, I'll prove it. Just let me out of here a second.
Now we have the access card that we need.
Oh, come on! I'm gonna miss my stories on the TV!
You can't keep me in here forever!
Chase, this is really important.
What is it?
So, do you think Ellie likes me or not?
Frank! I'm at the prison, remember? Trying to find out how Rex escaped.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, I think she does.
Sweet!
For the Blue Whitaker character token, we need the construction worker disguise to go up this chain elevator. If you have trouble jumping out of here, stay kind of low, like this, before jumping. It stopped before I was close enough. And of course, we need to be a miner to pick up dynamite. Before exiting this special assignment, you can get another criminal character token in the next area. Criminal number 44, Prisoner. So keep watching for that one. I'll put it right after this one. Blue Whitaker is a criminal and costs 40,000 studs. Criminal number 44, Prisoner, is in the 11th column, 4th row of the Criminals grid. We can get the Prisoner disguise in the second part of Special Assignment 2, Trouble and Stir, in story mode. If you just got Blue Whitaker, number 42, you just need to go back down one level and go to the right to get to the Warden's office for the Prisoner character token. So when you get here, instead of going up the chain, just keep going to the right. I put criminal number 44 right after number 42 because they're both in the same special assignment. This door goes to the Warden's office. If you go over to the safe and switch to the criminal before getting the Prisoner, you'll need to switch back to the police disguise to get the token.
Chase, you in?
Yeah. The warden just went through a door on the other side of his office.
That's his private bathroom. Block the door. The warden has a hidden elevator to Rex's cell block in his office, but he's not gonna let you snoop around for it.
Gotcha.
You can exit the level now unless you want to get more collectibles in this special assignment. The Prisoner is a criminal, of course, and costs 10,000 studs. The Snake Squealer character token is in Special Assignment 1, Somersaults. But we need the Fireman disguise, which we get in Special Assignment 9, Hot Property. After you get the Fireman disguise, you can go back into Special Assignment 1 to get Snake Squealer.
What? I'm not as fit as I used to be. I think I'm gonna faint.
There better be some way across to that building.
Woohoo! Well, this grapple gun is great!
You can open a few doors if you have a green color gun. There's a green color swapper up a few levels that you can get to with the teleporter right there. But we don't need that for Snake Squealer.
Woohoo! Okay, now I'm feeling slightly nauseous.
Grab on and pull back. Hold the jump button to bounce higher.
Ah well, that furniture looked tacky anyway.
Ah!
Hey, there's a cop down here. Everyone scram!
I'm not gonna let those thieves get away. One down, the rest to go.
Here's where we need to be a firefighter. We need to switch back to a robber to break into this safe. Snake Squealer is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs. We can get the Grubby Grubster character token right here over the police station. There's a blue color swapper behind here for the climbing wall back there. We need the firefighter disguise for it, but that's for later on in the game. Grubby Grubster is in the criminals category and costs 10,000 studs. Dougie Dungarees, criminal number 47, in column 12, row 3 on the grid, is in Fort Meadows near the train station. The token is in the last cabin in the back. Now we need the crowbar. Dougie Dungarees is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. We need to get to the other side of that fence for the Vern character token. We can either use the jetpack or go down to this wall.
My legs are tired.
Hi there.
I'm gonna be early.
What a nice day.
Hope I got that job.
We're going to need the jetpack or the construction worker disguise to get up here. Or I guess you could jump off that tower with the silver statue on it. I don't think I need the jetpack here, but what the heck. Vern is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. The Hot Tub McCready character token will be right around here, close to the water. Just past the yellow color swapper is a red one for Hot Tub McCready. We need to shoot 5 pylons with the red color gun. The character token will end up right here, so I'll start at the far end of the beach. I wasn't able to shoot in the water, so I got up to the edge of the water with a pretty straight line to the buoy. Yeah, it doesn't work at an angle that far away. And it doesn't work in the water. There. Number 3. The 5th and last one is way over there. The token is right by the blue and white cans. Hot Tub McCready is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. We can get to Hot Tub Harry, criminal number 50, column 13, row 2, from the front of the prison. On the way to Hot Tub Harry, we can get the Butcher, a Special 2 character. The Butcher isn't a criminal, of course, but he's just around the corner to the left. Now I'll get Hot Tub Harry. We need the jetpack for him. One thing I found helpful about going through these rings is not to double tap the jump button. Instead, tap the jump button, then tap and hold it. Kind of leave a beat in between. You know, a little bit slower than a double tap. I had to go a little farther than what I thought to land on top. I tried it again after this and landed too soon in front of the guards sitting there, but I was able to jetpack up to the top. I like the jetpack much better than the chicken glide for things like this. It's so much faster and smoother, and it's not as easy to fall. Hot Tub Harry is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. In Fresco, right across from the ice cream bowl in front of Papalardo's, is a disguise booth. The gangster is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. And that's the last ATM, so we get a character token for it. After we smash all 18 ATM machines, we get the Bandit, criminal number 52, last criminal on the grid.
That's another job checked off the list, Chase. Well done.
There's a link to my video on this in the description, or you can search for all 18 ATMs Burkett to find it. Bandit is a criminal and costs 20,000 studs.
Hey, how's things?
Why isn't it Saturday yet?
Thanks to the Super Legends and Cartoons, Reed Nathan Emanuel, Fan of Objects Show, and Louise Fletcher for requesting this video. And thanks to the following for requesting all characters by category: Name Ruse, CatGamer V2, MJ, The Guy Bricks, TRB Luke, Brawl Stars, Marta Alexandra Vichute, and Shauna Patterson. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, which I really appreciate, and subscribe to see when I upload new videos. And I'll see you next time.